About 5 years ago, it was very easy for people to find jobs in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Around 2 years ago, things changed. My crew and I have been looking for jobs since January 2025, and it's been not easy to find a job. I'm wondering, is this a Dallas-Fort Worth thing or it's a Texas thing? If you live in a different city in Texas, can you please share your experience about job search? And if you live in a different state, can you please share your experience about finding jobs in those states? Because things have really changed in the past few years in the US.
They said, come to Texas. Job market good out here. Come move to Dallas. There's money to be made out here. Yeah, if you're a freaking slave, you're either going to be in a warehouse or digging ditches 6 feet deep. Talking about, master got me working 105 degrees. I'm talking about 40 hours for like 70. You're so fucking tired. You go home, your knees going to look like shot off shotguns. Back going to be hurting at 25 years old. I'm talking about step on the crack, break your mama's back type of pain. Go down to West Texas, come down to Odessa or oil field. Bitch, I'm not working no job where the hand tools are the size of my fucking body. There's money there. You can work 4 weeks on, 2 hours off. What? That's legal? Call them out some 4 weeks on, 2 days off. You don't even need the 2 days off. Just work on through it. Who? Got no degree or doing something on the computer where you just pressing buttons behind a desk in the office? You're going to be using lefty and righty in this motherfucker. Don't come here unless you a man or getting ready to get dirty.
I've been applying for jobs like crazy out here and nothing's biting. Like absolutely nothing's biting. And I was on the phone with my parents the other day and they were saying like, well, you always have Texas. They're like, you have your property out there, you have us. Like they just want their daughter back home so they can come take care of me and things like that while I figure out the next steps in my life. But I don't want to go back to Texas. Like, one, Texas is not even good for transgenders. Two, it would feel like I'm regressing. It would feel like I'm going back. Like, oh my goodness. Like, I've built so much out here. I've been so independent for the last, how old am I? 8 years. I literally, like, crap. I'm literally gonna have to pack up my entire apartment and move back home to Texas, which isn't bad. Like, I miss my family. I miss my mommy, my daddy, but I just don't want to do it. Like, overall, I'm grateful that I have the parents and like the resources to do that, but I just don't want to. Like, but in the grand scheme of things, would it just be better to, you know, go back to Texas, you know, still receive, you know, benefits from my VA, go to college, and then, you know, get a new job out there or begin, you know, doing the job searching again? I don't know. But I literally have like a month and 16 days to figure it out. If I don't get a job, I'm going to have to go back to Texas. And that is just a last resort, but it's oh God, I want to cry. I want to cry.
Hey, it's Lick. Welcome back to Licka's Tech. Today, we are diving into something serious. The Texas job market is falling apart. You have probably seen headlines, layoffs, hiring freezes, and people packing up and leave towns that were booming just a year or 2 years ago. From oil towns to tech hubs, what they used to call the job engine of America is now hitting a wall hard. But how did he get here? And more importantly, what happens next? Let's break it down. We got a more video like this. Remember that credit goes to the owner of the video. I'll come back with a comment.
As a 20-year career coaching veteran, I've been asked a lot in the last 24 hours since we've seen the job market officially collapse. What should people be doing right now as a job seeker, JT, to get a job? And the reality is there are two types of people out there right now. The first kind I cannot help. They will not take the advice that's needed. They will continue to look for jobs that no longer exist. They will burn through their savings. They will emotionally end up in a really bad place. And that breaks my heart, but I'm going to be brutally honest. That first type of person, I cannot help. That second type of person understands and is wise enough to look at the data points and know that we are at what's called a tipping point. This isn't something that you're just going to hang on and work through like a season and that it's all going to come back to normal. This is a tipping point, meaning things are changing permanently. And there are several factors that reinforce that. So if you want to give me a few seconds to explain that, you will understand and then know, if you're in that second group of people, what you can actually do in this situation. So the first thing we have to understand now is that there's less than one job for every person. And that means that everyone's fighting for too few jobs. It gets competitive, it gets political, and it becomes very difficult for you to leverage the traditional way of getting jobs like networking or applying online. They don't work anymore. Today, to get hired, it's not who you know in this market, it's who knows you. So the number one thing that you need to be focusing on to get a job is visibility, because the more people that know you exist that can hire you for your skill set, the greater the likelihood you can beat out the competition and get the job. The second thing you need to understand is that AI is wiping out massive amounts of jobs that can be automated, that can be done by AI, because companies don't want more employees. Employees are expensive and they're unpredictable and they're demanding. AI doesn't talk back. AI doesn't cost any more than what you implement it with, right? So for them, there's a massive cost savings. They look at it and say, for every dollar I pay for you, you've got to be able to give me more than $1 back in savings or in making money or solving problems or alleviating pain. And so it's very clear right now that AI is decimating jobs in all industries because of this. And those jobs aren't coming back and they're not immediately being replaced. So that's the doom and gloom of it. That's the reality of it. What's happening, though, is while this chaos is going on, an incredible economy is being built. Now, economy is something that feeds itself. The people within it, it's an ecosystem. Feed one another, pay one another, prop up the financial status of everybody involved in it. That is an economy. And there is an economy right now that is growing at a rapid rate that nobody's paying attention to because they're too focused on traditional jobs and what's happening. And it's called a knowledge creator economy. And it doesn't mean you need to be an influencer or shake a booty on TikTok or sell affiliate products. It's nothing like that. It's simply that a renaissance era, I'm calling it the second great renaissance era, is coming, where you can nerd out on something that you're interested in, you're passionate about, and in documenting that, earn money off of it. We're coming into this huge time where we'll be able to learn and grow from one another, exchange funds for learning and growing with one another, and build an ecosystem, build an entire thriving economy. And Gartner predicts this is a $480 billion economy by 2027, which at the time I'm recording this is 2 years away. So this is going on over here, and it's really exciting and really positive. And I'm seeing people every day pivot into this and make money. But everybody else is over here focused on this bombing out market with a bunch of jobs that are never going to come back. And it scares me because the type 1 person I talked about is going to stay over here until everything fails in their world. The type 2 person is going to say, she's making some sense, I want to learn more. If this made sense, I'm doing a free training on it. Totally free. All you have to do is pop your email in so I can tell you where to find it. It's going to be linked in my bio or linked in the notes or linked in the comments. And it's called Monetize Your Mind. And it's all about how to take what you've learned, your corporate and professional knowledge, and monetize it in this new $480 billion knowledge creator economy. So totally free to attend. If you can't attend live, it's okay. Just sign up anyways. We'll send you the recording afterwards. But I just want as many people as possible to understand there is something really exciting going on right now, but nobody's talking about it. Because let's face it, the media is talking about the big, scary, bad thing. And we're going to continue to talk about the big, scary, bad thing for probably about a year. And all of a sudden, everybody's going to learn about this other thing. Well, wouldn't you want to learn about it now? I think you do. And if you do, you should sign up and you should tell a friend. Because if you care about people and you don't want to see them lose all their savings and have terrible things happen to them because they can't get a trad job, a traditional job, this would definitely be something they would want to learn about. Okay? Good luck. Go get them.
Let's believe this is not the Texas economy people were bragging about 2 years ago. Oil towns are slowing down. Tech hubs are laying people off, and industry that used to be stable are now cutting back hard. You've got companies freezing hiring, downsizing the team, just leaving the state altogether, and the people who are left behind, they are getting squeezed from every angle. Rent up, grocery are up, gas is up, but paycheck not so much. A lot of working classes Texas are being told just hang in there, but the truth is many of them are being left behind while big business tries to stay afloat. And yeah, you can blame infrastructure, automation, immigration, policies, all that play a big role, but at the end of the day, regular folks getting hit the hardest. This is not just a slowdown, it is a major shift, and not everyone is going to make it through without a serious change. We got more video like this. I come back with a comment.
Hey Texas, I'm Nick Pappas, retired United States Marine, challenging Greg Abbott to be your next governor. If you want to support my campaign, please donate via my Act Blue so I can stay in the fight. The Dallas Fed just reported that job growth in Texas is slowing because of Trump's trade war and Abbott's failed leadership. That's the truth. And you can already hear the excuses being made online. People saying, don't worry, the Dallas Fed head will be fired and the numbers will look better next quarter. Think about that. Instead of fixing the economy, they're talking about firing people until the numbers say what they want. That's not leadership, that's statistics. And also cooked books. I don't know what the difference is. Meanwhile, Texans are stuck paying higher prices, living with more uncertainty, and watching our economy take hit after hit because of Republican chaos. Trump created it, Abbott doubled down on it, and Texans are left with the bill. Manufactured chaos is at its finest, while working families lose stability, businesses lose confidence, and schools lose funding. This isn't about statistics on a chart. It's about Texans living paycheck to paycheck while politicians pat themselves on the back. I'm running to put Texans first, not manipulate numbers to protect failed leaders. Remember, nobody's coming to save us, so we need to save ourselves. Vote like your future depends on it, because it's us or it's over. Thank you.
Dozens of Texas farms shut down overnight. Why? Because 100% of the workforce has vanished. It's not a mystery. They haven't gone missing. They've left. Because of immigration raids and policies that treat the people that grow our food, even the ones with work permits, like criminals. No workers means no harvest. Do you think food's expensive now? Just wait. And this isn't just a Texas issue. It's your dinner table, your kids' school lunch, your grocery bill, your local farmer's market. You want America first? Well, guess what? America just ran out of farm workers. And it turns out crops don't pick themselves. We've arrested, detained, or deported the workforce. And now we don't have enough food. There aren't enough people to take care of the livestock either. Guess what? Cows don't feed themselves. Chickens can't clean their own pens. And then they get sick and they die. And there goes your milk, your eggs, and your cheeseburger. This is what happens when we let people write policy who haven't worked a day in their life, especially on a farm, but they never miss a steak dinner. We need migrant workers. We need labor protections for the migrant workers. If the workforce continues to disappear, so will all the food on your plates.
So let me get this straight. Texas needs the help because of the floods. Mexican government and their team automatically take action and they go out there to help. Of course, these people don't have status. They're out there to help and then go back to their country. Now the governor, or whoever that people is in Texas, they decided to go and bring ice to the situation because the people being there to help didn't have a status to arrest and send them back. Man, what the fuck? Don't get me wrong. I hate getting into politics, but this is stupid. Your neighbors want to come and help you, regardless of all the beef is happening with our people, or people being pretty much hunted like the animals. racially profiled just because of how you look and what you, even if you just speak Spanish, which is fucked up. There's a lot of citizens that are suffering through all this. Now you're telling me that the same people that you're discriminating and treating like fucking dog shit are helping your people. Now you're gonna also treat them like shit when all they wanted to do was help? Make fucking sense, man. Come on.
It's Joe from Georgia. So this is news out of Texas. But folks, these are alarm bells ringing for the entire United States. And our government is not listening. Overnight, multiple farms in the state of Texas completely shut down. And the reason for this shutdown was because they have lost almost 100% of their workforce. Now, we know this is the result of the immigration raids and stricter enforcement, but the ripple effect is going to be felt all the way across this country. Now, you've got crops that are rotting in the fields. You have livestock that is not being attended to at all. And that takes a lot of personnel. And we're talking, so now we're getting every area of food to include meat. And the communities that surround these farms, those businesses and those people who depend on the income from these farms, it's creating disasters for small communities in Texas. Now, this is not stopping at Texas farms. This is going to end up all the way across America, especially in the breadbasket, the middle of the nation, because they have tons of immigrant help. But folks, the alarm bells are ringing. Your food on your plate is being affected. So you got to think about it. It won't be soon until either prices go ridiculously high or you just won't have any food to buy.
This should never happen in the United States of America. Last Thursday, workers at U.S. Logistics Solutions were told that their company would be shutting down overnight and they wouldn't be able to get a paycheck for the work that they've already performed. Now, thousands of families are going to have to figure out how to put food on the table for their families and pay rent because their company just shut down. In our country, we need to be holding companies more accountable for doing this type of stuff and politicians that allow for these type of laws to be on the books. Let me know if you or anybody else you know has had to deal with something like this.
So, yeah, Texas isn't collapsing in the way some headlines scream, but is cracking in places. You know, some jobs are gone for good, others are moving straight or getting replaced for, and if you are living paycheck to paycheck, it's feel less like slow down and more like survival mode. I'll be keeping a close eye on what's next. If you want real talk on economy without the sugar crowding, you know where to find me. Please, guys, hit the like button. If this gives you something to think about, please subscribe for more texts like this. And drop a comment below, guys. Are you seeing this where you live in Texas, or are you the hydrine of Brown? Either way, my name is Vic, and this was my take. Catch you in the next one. I love you guys.